trusted companion who cares about her. Bloating so intense it stops your whole day? I've been there. That's why I founded Arbor, nature's original gut blueprint. Arbor combats bloating and constipation, fuels your metabolism, and helps you feel lighter. Start with Vital Health today.
Joining us is Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company with advice for dealing with seasonal colds and flu. Doctor?
Cold and flu season is here, and every year your loved one gets sick. Your doctor can't see you. Waiting in crowded urgent care is brutal. This is a particularly bad cold and flu season, and it's why doctors suggest every family needs an emergency medical kit. Your medical emergency kit is filled with essential prescriptions. It includes antibiotics like generic Z-Pack to get well faster, amoxicillin for pneumonia, strep throat, ear infections, plus prescriptions for nausea and UTIs and even ivermectin. It's easy. Just match your symptoms to the prescription in your guidebook or call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Take your medication early and feel better faster. Having a medical emergency kit is like having an urgent care in your home. No waiting to see a doctor, no lines at the pharmacy.
Smart advice. We've shared the website and
we welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go here in Baltimore. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Now he'll run it. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. Looks like one of the Ravens was able to fall on it. Yes, indeed they did. So Baltimore will keep possession. So from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jackson. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play, and still...
Not a traitor, nor did he commit treason.
With our nation, Margaret.
Snow, Patriot or Traitor, hosted by Brett Baer, streaming now on Fox Nation. Our nation, Margaret.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go, South Philly. And a decent return there. Just shy of the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. Moving to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No touch.
Hurts to the air on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Here's Hurts. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said
got you on straps, cuz.
Success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
On play action, here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Flush to his left.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Great.
On play action, here's Hurts. Rolling to the left. And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Javonte chirping on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. First carry now for Jaden Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On 2nd down, it's Dak. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Here's 3rd and 2. Dak going to give this to Blue. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, up past the 35.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
On the play fake, Dak. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 46.
Pistol now for Prescott. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Play fake. Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Down the left sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. He's got it. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This will never be
Bro, why was he wide open? Like, what? How did he get wide open? No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
News alert: major developments in the mysterious disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mother. The FBI is deploying task force specialists all across Arizona. A reward of $50,000 has been set for tips that lead to Nancy Guthrie's location. At this hour, the Guthrie family is waiting for proof of life. And Savannah's brother, Cameron, just released this video. Watch.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
And in terms of suspects, the sheriff hasn't ruled anyone out.
And I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect. We're just not there. We're not there yet.
Tonight there's some new details. On the alleged ransom note, it includes deadlines. And one of the clocks just ran out.
I think we start to look at what the deadlines were on the note. First, I think it was 5 o'clock today. And then they had a second deadline after that. So we are continuing in a normal kidnapping case. There would be a contact by now trying to discuss that. But those are the time frames we're looking at as we move forward. I think the second demand is next Monday.
The first deadline passed, and as far as we know, the supposed kidnappers haven't proved Nancy Guthrie's alive. Here's how it all started on Saturday night. Nancy Guthrie took an Uber to her daughter's house nearby. The daughter's named Annie. She lives with her husband, Tommaso. Dinner, games, normal night. At 9:48, a family member dropped her back off at home. But who?
She took an Uber to Annie's house. The kid was from whether it was Annie or her son-in-law, Tommaso, who took her home.
I think the timeline of the show provided was a family member.
Just family. We can go with family.
Why won't they tell us which family member dropped her off? Because yesterday, the sheriff told the New York Times who it was. Quote, Miss Guthrie's son-in-law, Tommaso Cioni, dropped her off and ensured she made it inside safely before leaving, the sheriff added. Now, if they know who dropped her off, why a day later are they being so vague? At 1:47 a.m., Nancy's doorbell camera disconnects. Authorities say it was physically removed and it's still missing. Just 25 minutes later, at 2:12 a.m., security software flags a person on a camera. But there's a problem.
At 2:12 a.m., software detects a person on a camera, but there's no video available. They have no subscription, and therefore it would rewrite itself. It just kind of loops right and covers up.
Just 16 minutes after a person's detected at her house, the pacemaker app connected to her phone was disconnected. Makes sense because her phone was left behind. Now, Sunday morning, Nancy doesn't show up for church. Unusual for her. By noon Sunday, family members go in to check on her, and she's not there.
Straight back to me, twin.
Investigators say the case is now entering a critical forensic phase. They've also confirmed blood was found at the house, and they know who it belongs to.
To play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either used a tough ball down the
They're reviewing surveillance video from nearby homes, cell tower data, and license plate cameras. But no Nancy.
Oh, their inside cross is different.
Desert community. Homes spaced far apart, surrounded by desert foliage. As for the ransom note, investigators haven't ruled out the hoax. There was a third ransom note, but it turned out to be fake, linked back to Derek Calleja. He demanded Bitcoin from the Guthries. One local news anchor, whose station received a different note, the one that authorities are locked in on, says the details were terrifying.
A lot of it is information that only someone who is willing for ransom would know. Some very sensitive information and things that people who weren't there when she was taken captive would know.
Investigators say the letter included no proof of life and no way to contact whoever sent it.
There has been no proof of life, and there were no other demands within that letter, so they're still waiting for communication.
Johnson was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
No, it does not.
Harvey Levin at TMZ just spoke to CNN. He received the same ransom note. Here's what he said.
They began the letter, I don't think I'm giving anything away, because they began the letter by saying that...
Oh, you're not Jalen Milroe.
Is okay, but scared. So they say she is okay, and also that she's aware of the letter and the demands.
Time's of the essence, and mistakes may have been made. Authorities initially cleared the scene, Nancy's house. Then yesterday, they went back in.
We had the current scene process. You said you would go out there. Reporters wanted to see it. But you guys were actively taking out evidence yesterday. Was there something you missed the first time, or did you get a new piece of information that led you to believe you needed to go back out and take more than you had that first day?
When they go out to the crime scene, they've got it all. They'll analyze evidence, and something comes back that says, hey, did you check this? We're not going to just say, oops, and let go.
Bro, come on, Dak.
In this instance, it really was the FBI just wanted to go, hey, we're taking a camp.
The sheriff cleared the crime scene before the FBI even arrived, and didn't have deputies posted at the house. Apparently, reporters were just strolling right up to the door and taking pictures of blood stains, contaminating the crime scene. We also aren't getting clear answers as to whether there were signs of forced entry.
Bro.
Sources told the AP it was forced entry. Now, the sheriff says this.
Here's the other thing. Someone had mentioned there was forced entry. I have no clue where that comes from. We've been very consistent. We are not discussing that at all. Whether it's forced entry or not forced entry, that is something we're just not discussing. So I don't know where anybody got that information.
So the sheriff won't tell us whether there was forced entry or not. He probably has his reasons. If there was no forced entry, then someone knew how to get inside. Maybe somebody was already there when she was dropped off. We don't even know if Nancy locked her doors. She entered with the garage, and 2 minutes passed before the garage closed. Was someone laying in wait? We don't know. We spotted this last night. It's called a Celebrate device. High-tech equipment used to extract data from phones and computers. Agents brought it over to Savannah's sister's house yesterday. That's where the siblings recorded their emotional video. Was the FBI searching the Guthrie's family phones? Quite possible. Nancy Guthrie is 84 years old. It is incredibly rare to kidnap someone in their 80s. 0.2% of kidnappers are people of that age. If this was about money, why send ransom notes to TMZ? Why not go directly to the Guthrie family? And why not include a way to contact them? Last night, the Guthries begged for answers.
We are ready to talk.
And we're back underway here on EA Sports.
However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
At this point, the only thing keeping the family's spirit up is hope. Jonathan Hunt's the chief national correspondent. What's new, Jonathan?
Well, Jesse, the sheriff answered a heck of a lot of questions.
Bro, how did you even catch that?
For the only two that really matter. Where is Nancy Guthrie and who took her? No answers to either of those. They did lay out that more granular detail, though, and I think it was interesting. The 41 minutes, the critical 41 minutes, early hours of Sunday morning, 1:47, when that doorbell, the camera doorbell, was somehow disconnected, and you go then to 2:28 when her pacemaker, Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker, stopped communicating with the iPhone and the Apple Watch that were in the room, her bedroom with her. So that's the critical period they're focusing on. What happened in the immediate aftermath of that, they seem to have absolutely no idea, and that's why they were back once again at Nancy Guthrie's home last night. Federal agents from the Border Patrol and the FBI, K-9 units, and also sheriff's deputies back with them. We saw them taking away what looked to us like a computer monitor, wrapped in brown paper. They put it into a vehicle that was taken away. Odd that they did not take that on their initial search, but that's what they went back at least to get yesterday. And it's interesting, Jesse, you mentioned the FBI becoming more involved here, and I thought it was significant today that the FBI agent in charge began to take a lot more questions than they had done in the earlier press conferences that we saw. So I think you'll see moving forward the FBI getting more and more involved. They're putting these billboards up, $50,000 reward. With the sheriff saying, we don't have any suspects, therefore,
and down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think the quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has nowhere to sign him.
Actually saying was, we are actively looking at everybody. It was asked, our family members still suspects? And he said, look, we don't have any suspects. We don't have any persons of interest. So yes, at this point, everyone effectively remains a suspect. Jesse?
Okay, thank you so much. Kyle Wendell's a former FBI hostage negotiator and hostage rescue team operator. Kyle, this new video put out by Son.
Elliott to kick this one away.
How does that strike you?
This taken in.
Well, as we assess what as a negotiator in the FBI, first off, I need to say my heart goes out to the families. This waiting, the uncertainty, and the silence is soul-crushing. I've sat in those spaces, that exact space with families, waiting to hear back from captors, and it's its own form of torture. So the fact that there's a second plea out there from the family begging for communication from the captors is not a positive sign. The fact, right, we look at the behavior of the captors. Normal kidnapping for ransoms, they want a direct private channel of communication between the families or the offenders for ransom and the kidnappers. Here,
they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. Really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
may want
Never
attention.
want to lose yards
They
on
want to
first
put
down.
pressure
That's
possibly
exactly
the
the case
family.
here.
Maybe there is an ulterior motive besides the traditional connected ransom. So it does concern me the fact that there's no communication with past the deadline because the captor doesn't want to communicate or they're intentionally choosing not to communicate.
I think he knew in the back of his
the
head
family.
like he had to get rid of this ball
Why are they
sooner
doing
than he
that?
would have
Maybe
liked. And with
I
that
need to say
pressure
that something
getting there
happened
in a hurry,
during the
it
kidnapping.
just
They
ends
know
up
the
being
blood
wasted
spots
now.
on the entryway.
It is
I hope
and long.
Mrs. Guthrie is okay, and I truly hope that we recover her safely. But that would be a reason potentially for the captor not to communicate back. But there's no reason to communicate back.
Right, they would just go quiet, and that's why we're getting the second video. What's with the deadlines? The 5 o'clock deadline today and another deadline Monday. Tell us about that.
It's unique. So again, this is not traditional connected ransom. You would not have multiple deadlines. And I've not read the ransom note. I'm only going off of the retired FBI. I'm only going off publicly available information. So in that, as far as the deadline, we don't normally have multiple deadlines. And the fact that one is passed, we ideally are at our #1 goal in kidnapping ransoms and hostage takings is to establish a direct, secure line of communications with the captors in order to communicate, right? In order to understand their demands, assess the status of the victim, take proof of life, proof of authority to release the victim, and then send it in.
Down in the third quarter, how do we steal
so now
some
with no
possessions? How do we
communication
get the ball back
and
to
a
our
deadline
offense
pass,
to cut into this
right, that's
deficit?
two
But now in return,
potentially
it's your
negative indicators
defense that now has the tough task.
I obviously want to see that to see whether it's tied to each different deadline, because that can happen. Like if you don't contact us by 5 p.m., we're going to do this negative action. But the fact that there's no communication at all is worrisome to me and the family. Hopefully,
what to do now is
we'll
they
hear
come
something back
up
from
on
the captors, or
second
maybe the
and
public,
long.
does see something, because the public is a valuable tool in this. And the one thing I'd like to say is that we don't have to worry to investigate or confront anyone on their own. But what the public can do is they can spot behavior that's out there. Those patterns of behavior a person is now doing. Maybe they stockpile food, water, or purchase hygiene items, or they're not being out and about, and they're restricting access to rooms or their napkins, or they're going there at odd times. So the public sees, again, some patterns of behavior that are out of the normal. Maybe this person's fixated on the news, watching each and every minute. Well, if that's the case, and the hair on the back of their neck, the public is standing up. We encourage you to contact the FBI and the police and let those professionals triage this potential leads.
Let's see who they got.
Tom Akers, a former FBI special agent. Tom, does this look like a very professional job to you?
He'll be hit as he throws this time into the
different than the traditional kidnapping for ransom. And if I may add my comment, I do hope that it is a kidnapping for ransom, because then we definitely have the chance of getting the victim back.
Along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can do a better
it's
job
not money,
holding them long
because it
enough
has
that they
created a nationwide spectacle. Would that be a part of
he just
this?
doesn't have the time to get it all.
We can get into the mind of the kidnapper, and they're identifying the behavioral science unit right now. There's a whole team of people trying to figure out the mind of the kidnapper. But in terms of traditional kidnapping for ransom, which more and more looks like this might be, that's a specialty of the FBI. That's something we're trained on from the beginning. It doesn't happen very often, but it's something the FBI handles.
And the third has come to an end. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down. Hurts to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Off the play fake. Hurts. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
Place. I think if you conclude that from the physical evidence and
they'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's down. Rolling right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a second down. Flush to his right. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be third down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, Hurts. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Savon Revel. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. A give. Here comes Blue. And he'll get it down to the 12. And that'll give him a new set of downs from in close.
A gain of 9 yards.
Prescott on first down. Exiting the pocket right. Now he takes off. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to...
Let's just stand by. I bet you guys have driven some great cars, huh?
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect you from the love of tomorrow with us.
You might have brought the wrong car. We had the red convertible.
I heard someone was playing the Stegosaurus in her school play. Still taking yours?
Every day. Nature Made. Made with quality. Made to care for you every day. With over 50 years of expertise behind every bottle. Nature Made. The #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
To throw is Prescott. Moving outside the pocket, under pressure, and now he's going to go down, back at the 8-yard line. Nolan Smith, he keeps the legs churning, runs down the quarterback. It's a loss of 7. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And it's going to bring it to third and goal. They'll run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on third and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
He'll buy time left. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas.
And that's exactly how you stress all week.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go. here in the Inner Harbor. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
26-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by Donovan Wilson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Well, that's certainly not what we were expecting to see, especially from a quarterback of this caliber. Opening drive, turnover. And let's hope for their sake, Mike, this is not a sign of things to come the rest of the day.
They'll run it for the first time with Devontae Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative of freeing him up. And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And that is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. And he pulled it left. No good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a 1st down.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot!
Here's Henry. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Pushed down to his left. That's to the end. end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 at the 27. 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 3rd and 10 at the 27.
And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. And once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This from 30 yards out. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Headed left, buying time. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the
Go play action. It's Prescott. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's 2nd down. Prescott now. Forced to his right. Now he'll air one out. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
We see this so often. They call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses. If we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case,
that's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to look downfield once again. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Now Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they go to work on 1st and goal. Throwing is Prescott. Escaping to his left. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. It'll grind out a couple of yards. Gives them a little bit of space out to the 3.
That is on the 3-yard line.